Okay, so here we are on the last video of our series. We essentially have our presentation that we've made. So the audio is all embedded, it's in the latest version, and we've set up the timings for it, which is great. And what we're going to do now is just a quick demo on how you would then put this into a larger show, which is very straightforward. So we'll just create a new show called Embedding Slides, and we'll open that up. We'll just set the aspect ratio to be the same as what we had before, just for consistency's sake, and we'll just make a bunch of random slides. And we'll make them, give them some color so they're obvious. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to just basically go back to our show that we've set up. We can select all the slides, copy. I'm using the keystrokes to do that obviously, and then we can paste and keep source formatting. And I'll show you what happens if we don't. So if we just click in there and paste, what it's going to do is it's going to grab the theme from your show, which in this case is the sort of scene here with the sun and the people. And often that is not what you actually want. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste and keep source formatting, which means they will stay exactly as they appeared in the source slideshow. And this is very useful if you're trying to paste together multiple sets of slides out of various things into a single show. And we're going to paste in 2 copies of that. Now what we're going to do is I'll just show you what happens now if you embed the slides. So we can start our show, and then as soon as we click next, it will start playing our music and our slides will advance as they're supposed to. And if we go backwards to the previous slide, the music will stop, which is good. But where embedding the slides like this can fall down is if we advance through and realize, hang on a minute, we're not quite where we want to be, and just skip through to the end of the song, it will actually keep playing the music. If maybe I'll show you how to do 2 copies. So what we had happening there is, if you could hear it, we had the first copy that continued playing, and then when we got into the second version of the song, it continued to play over the top. So if for example you had a show that had 3 or 4 sets of embedded media all in there in slides like this, they can all keep playing, and if you had to restart the show at the beginning for whatever reason and advance through all the slides, by the time you got back up to where you were supposed to be, you might have 3 or 4 different songs playing, at which point you need to stop the show and start it again from the current slide. So it's not a huge issue, but I've seen it run into some usability, or create some usability problems when it's actually used. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a video out of it, and we're going to embed it that way. So first of all, we go back to our thing that we'd created before, and we're just going to go File, Export, create a video. We want it just on full resolution, and we're going to use the recorded timings and narrations, and we're just going to click to create that video and hit save. And now you'll see down here it'll be creating the video file, and depending on how fast your computer is, this might take a while. If you found that this option to create a video wasn't there, or was grayed out, it might be because you're still actually in compatibility mode, because to be able to create a video of a presentation, you need to have all of the media fully embedded into it. It will not work if you're starting with a show that was created in the old version of PowerPoint, where the media is just linked. Likewise, it's possible that your computer might have issues with its drivers, video drivers and whatever, which mean that this throws an error and doesn't work. But if everything's worked correctly, it will have then created a video, which we can now see here, Amazing Grace to MP4, and that now plays back like any other video. Now, what's handy about this is that it also means you can search and seek to any point in the video you like. And how I will often use this is if I'm creating a video for a song that's quite long, and I want to check to make sure that the slide advancing is working correctly, especially towards the end of the song, what I'll do is basically just export it into a video and then just hit play. and we can see that that transition worked fine. What that means is that if you're having to have a few goes at tweaking some slide timings and getting it right, that you don't have to listen to the entire song, get to the point that you want to check is working correctly. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to embed that video into PowerPoint. So we'll just call that video. Oops. And we'll just delete these other ones that we had. And the video will go on one slide. So we'll just create two more blank ones, because we're going to put 2 copies of it in, just to demonstrate that situation that happened before, where you'd click across and it would keep playing. So we'll just fill the whole screen. Playback, we want to say play automatically, rewind after playing, and that's what we want. Likewise, we'll just put that there. Automatically rewind after playing. Now when we start our show, what's going to happen is I'll start the song playing, and then we'll click on the slide. The video will start immediately and the music will start. But then we can just click next and it will stop. That's it, it's done. So the entire audio video presentation that's all synchronized like that is all now self-contained, and it will stop as soon as you advance off the slide, no matter which direction you come at it from. And if we can see it for the second one, when we go forward off it, it stops, which is good. That's what we want. The only other thing that's worth noting is that if you're embedding a whole bunch of video from different sources, just like with audio, it can be worth doing the optimized compatibility if it gives you an option. Because if you're getting video that requires special codecs to play back, maybe you've pulled something off a video camera or a phone or some other device that requires a special codec for you to play it back on your computer, special software. If you optimize compatibility, it's going to basically ensure that it works on another device. The other big advantage of creating a video like this is that it means you can easily put a copy of it on, say, your phone or whatever other device you might happen to be using, because my experience has been, at least at this point in time, that mobile devices don't handle PowerPoint slideshows with embedded media particularly well, but they are becoming very, very good at just playing back videos. Because this stuff that I'm talking about here, creating a video from the presentation, can be equally true of any PowerPoint show that you like. And it can be an easy tool, or a good tool for creating any sort of slideshow or series of photos that synchronizes with audio that people might want to have. So there you go. Those are the 3 videos that should cover everything you need to know, from starting with some audio files and some words, and putting that into not only a self-contained and fully embedded PowerPoint slideshow, but then creating a video out of that slideshow that you can then re-embed back and reuse. The only catch with doing this that's worth mentioning is that you'll notice that the file size grows with every video that you embed. So what can end up happening is you might end up with a fairly large PowerPoint show if you've embedded a whole bunch of different video, but in this day and age that is becoming less and less of a concern every day. And in my opinion, the usability that you gain far outweighs any inconvenience from slightly larger file sizes. So thanks for that, and I hope it's been helpful.